Hello and welcome to the first edition of One-on-One with Greater Jackson Business, the new Tri-County full-color glossy magazine set to debut in December. I'm Jack Chris, the publisher of Greater Jackson Business, and this is our first installment of One-on-One, which will be featured on YouTube and Facebook. Our first guest for the initial program is a dear friend and a well-known business person in the metro community, Mr. Stacy Wall, who is the CEO of Pinnacle Trust. And I guess I should mention, Stacy, we are recording at the Courtyard by Marriott, located on 6280 Ridgewood Court Drive, and we thank them for letting us set up in one of their fine suites at a fine hotel, and also an advertiser with Greater Jackson Business. But Stacy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jack. Thanks for having me today.
Thanks for being the debut guest. Now, Pinnacle Trust is a well-known business in the Tri-County area, but we're all going through difficult economic times. I'm in publishing, you're in the financial world, so we've seen the markets just go upside down recently. But you all send out a monthly email blast, and about 3 or 4 months ago, over the summer, I was struck by a particular email sent out by Pinnacle Trust that said the recession is over. You were calling it. Can you elaborate on that? You still stand by that statement?
Yeah, Jack, we came out and called the recession over with at the end of the second quarter, so in July. And we do think, well, we're sticking with our guns, we do think that's correct, but you know, it's a tough recovery. It's been a very difficult time, as you mentioned, and as everyone knows. And I think the recovery, while we're in the midst of it, it will be a long, drawn-out recovery for a lot of reasons.
Now, what about our metro area businesses? And I know you deal primarily with individual clients, but I'm surprised by the number of national reports that are claiming or stating that Jackson is one of the best markets to do business in the country. Would you agree with that? And based on your clients' performance, how would you rate the metro area's economy right now?
Yeah, well, you know, Jack, we've said for a long time, one of the nice things about Mississippi and Jackson is while we may not experience some of the booms that you see in other parts of the country, we don't get as much of the troughs when we get into bad times either. So I think Jackson on the whole has favored, gone through this recession rather well, but it still is a difficult time, and there are a lot of people that are struggling, and it's going to take a little time to get out of this.
Are you telling your clients to just hold on, not to do anything drastic? Or I know you have a different type of clientele, but what kind of advice are you giving your clients and customers?
Well, in the financial markets, we did take a very aggressive position, as you know, earlier in the year, and we've benefited from a recovery in the stock market. So that's been rather nice. Now we're telling clients, and we've continued during that time to advise clients to continue to be cautious. And we think now that the easy money's been made in the financial markets this year. It's going to be more difficult as we move forward, and things may get rocky again sometime next year in the financial markets.
I'm going to ask you on a customer service basis. Your name is Pinnacle Trust. Trust has got to be a key right now. And you know, we've had so many debacles in the financial community. And I think so many people now are almost distrustful of the folks handling their money. How have you all at Pinnacle Trust and your associates kept that trust? Are you working harder now? Are you out there seeing people more face to face? Tell me about that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work, and you're right. The public is generally uneasy and mistrusting, and for good reason, with what they've been through. And it's something that we've had to battle a little bit, being a smaller company. You know, I thought it would benefit us at first when Merrill ran into trouble, and Lehman and all these big companies, that we were still financially sound and we're still around and we're still there for our clients. But I think one thing that people realized is that the government was going to step in and bail out the big guys.
Right.
The local companies didn't have that benefit, so there was a little uneasiness, but you know, we've just been there for our clients and continued to counsel with them and show that we care, and that's paid off in the long run. We've picked up a lot of new business this year.
Good. And
our clients have been very loyal.
Well, and to wrap up, a lot of people are familiar with you also with your economic forecast speeches you've given in the past. I'm going to tell you, Greater Jackson Business is working to get that back online again. But look in your crystal ball, and you just mentioned that we may have a rough, rocky time ahead in 2010, but where are the markets going to be going, Stacy? And what about local stocks? What do you see?
Right now, we continue to be cautiously optimistic with stocks. We do think that probably sometime next year, as we get into the crystal ball, and as you say, that we're probably going to run into some trouble with the financial markets, and there'll be a time, maybe sometime next year, where we're going to need to get defensive again.
Stacy Wall, CEO of Pinnacle Trust. Stacy, if people want to get in touch with you or want more information on your company, how do they do that?
Well, you can look at our website. That's www.pinntrust.com, or you can call us at 601-957-0323.
Good to see you. And
Thank you, Jack.
Folks, be looking out for Greater Jackson Business. This is going to be the first locally owned full-color business magazine that the Tri-County area has ever had. I'm pleased to be bringing this publication to the market. I'm pleased to have so many fans on Facebook. And we'll be bringing you this program every Monday from Courtyard by Marriott in Ridgeland. For more information on Greater Jackson Business, you can contact me, Jack Criss, at 601-750-6587. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.